Because I'm talking about the blind, the cripple, and the crazy. And it might be me too. Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Leave me alone. Well, you don't have to be with me. God is with me.
At this time, we will begin public comment. Each speaker will be given 3 minutes to speak. Our first speaker will be Mr. George Blakemore. Mr. Blakemore, afternoon.
Thank you. Police and fire committee.
Turn it on.
We serve and protect on the police conversation. Serve and protect. The fire department.
Mike not on.
The fire department, 16% of the fires in the city are black. 50%.
Wait, George.
Can he restart?
He's on the restart.
Again,
Wait, George. We got to
Mr.
see
Blakemore, can you hold on 1 second? See if
mic.
the mic is working.
okay.
Can we restart the time?
Ben Paul? Is the mic working?
Would it be fair to restart his time to 3 minutes?
Hold on, let's get his mic working. Or get the mic working. The table mic should be working.
It's working now.
Turn it up now. Can we test the other mic over here as well?
So he won't have his time
Test
restarted.
those mics. Working now.
So it's 2 minutes and 34 seconds,
Thank you.
and they're gonna restart his time.
16% of the firemen are black. So that was several years ago, and that number hadn't changed. The firemen decided to go to the federal government to have a lawsuit. It took them several years, and then when they won the lawsuit, some of these men was old, too old to be firemen. The police department is racist. Over 50% of the police was black, white. The rest, 40 or 35% Hispanic, but about 10% or 15% are black. So it seems like the age-old problem with America. Make America great again. And that red hat. And I painted, again, I painted that off when I'm going Trump. Make America. The big problem with America is racism. What? Racism. That's the big problem. Because they never wanted to free us, black people. We never received our 40 acres. And I mean, these
That's
13th,
right.
14th Amendment, all of this means nothing, the Constitution. Because these people hate us. And they have no respect for us.
You'll notice that
Because
he's in
they
a
brought
very
us
small
over here
screen
as
when they do their
slaves
recording
to serve
up
us.
here.
And we're still on the white man's plantation.
As you see the
Even though
clock tick
we
down,
have black faces
the
black
clock
places, they are the
will
overseers.
tick down in a larger
But they-
portion of
but
the screen.
They still have a slave mentality. So that's the big issue, is racism. Now, they're gonna appoint someone, I don't know if she's black or white, on this, board. And everything in America is racism.
This is Mr. George Blakemore speaking.
Racism is still alive. Though Democrats are Republicans, but I'm going Republican on my way to freedom land, to be independent of both of these parties. So again, it's very important for our people to recognize that you're not free. You know it, and I know it. Are you pretending you're happy when you're blue? Are you pretending when you're free when you're not? Love your nappy hair, your big nose, and your black hole. And become selfish people.
She did not. she's now the commissioner. That's signs that the system doesn't work. I live locally in the city of Chicago. The police are not policing, or they're over-policing. Things like that has to be mitigated. There's no reason for us not to have sanctity in the sanctuary state.
That's right.
Right? Nance Hope is a black woman, and everybody on the board is black with her. And she's not ensuring that we get fair and equal treatment. Like Mr. Blakemore said, it's 16%, right? The 111 who got hired in 2012 when they retired, all the manpower from black people's gone. We have no representation there. They're still making rules to contradict the rule for all of us, right? Who's policing the police? Who's policing the fire? Nobody. It's supposed to be a paramilitary organization. As a military man, they are not military. They are not practicing or ensuring us Americanism. It's unfair. They're using our tax dollars against the taxpayers. They have sorties from the American Coast Guard at the Police Marine Unit. They have police helicopters flying all over us. They're not policing us. They have cameras all over the place
They're not even
martial
looking
law.
at him while he's
I know
talking.
exactly what that is. And the city of Chicago know exactly what it is.
They're looking down.
Preparing for catastrophe instead of mitigating the catastrophe. Now, when I go into those other neighborhoods where people live who don't look like me, there's no cameras there waiting for something to happen because they're mitigating what could happen. They're ensuring safe passage. But in my city, in my neighborhoods, where I cohabitate, where I reside, there's no safe passage. Right? Wrong. What you guys are doing is allowing and waiting for a war. A civil war.
Sounds
That's
right.
the only war that America truly had. And as a citizen, as a black man, as an ex-military man, I'm getting ready for the worst. Because the city of Chicago is allowing the worst to happen. It's premeditated, which means that I'm premeditated. I'm ready to protect my borders.
That's
as
right.
a citizen,
That's
as
right.
a black man, that's my due diligence.
Yes.
When the stuff hits the fan, you cannot say that you don't understand, you don't know what the smell is. Because you're watching it. And
There is.
like I get to smell it, you get to smell it too. Now we're talking about it before it happens. You have enough time to mitigate that before it
Prepare.
happens.
Prepare.
Thank you for your service, peace and blessings.
Nice. Very nice.
More activists are coming.
Next speaker is Mr. Juan Sims.
Thank you, sir.
You got more activists showing up. I love it.
Someone who's lived through it.
I love it.
I want to show what things happening in my neighborhood. Continue to happen.
Let's do this, Taiwan.
Yes. come
Thank
back
you,
and Just
thank
get the
you.
word. This is amazing.
You know about this filing, that lawsuit.
Yes, sir. It's part.
Thank you for that public speech. That was very good. Excellent.
So it's been since September 22nd. The shot spotter was taken out of, or decommissioned, but I still see it up in 87. I was wondering if it's still commissioned. Does it work? Don't work. Okay, so a man shot in Rogers Park, drive-by. 3 shot, 1 fatally on Howard Street in Rogers Park. A man was shot and killed Sunday night outside the CTA Live station on Rogers Park. They said that this is a headline also, gang conflict to blame Morris Avenue shooting. This 3rd person killed near CTA stop. CPD officers were called around 2 p.m. to the 1400 block of West Morris Avenue. Rogers Park shooting leaves 3 hurt, 1 critically near Howard, Red Line. I'll tell y'all about 2 other shootings. So the first time I was shot, well, I can tell you about 4 or 5 other shootings. And then I was shot in each one of these instances. I didn't realize what was going on in my neighborhood or what was being allowed to go on in my neighborhood. Where black Americans are being slaughtered. Maria Haddon is is she black? Okay, well, I guess she got some type of contract in with these people. And then it said in the recent headline that she was wanting to make an agreement with the killers that she hired. Because Maria Pagonia was a person that they put on the police district on the CCPSA. She even looked, so that was a murder that took place. They killed James, so James got killed by Smack's son. See, I know all these people because I was there for 30 years in my neighborhood. I was even the violence prevention. I was a violence prevention First, what we called, what was, T.O. Hardeman's crew? Violence interrupters, that's what we were. In our neighborhood, in my neighborhood, but I didn't need to be a violence interrupter. The way I stood on it, about not shooting, about not hurting each other. So I stood on, so in 2020, and then when I was in my neighborhood, nothing happened until somebody turned my neighborhood against me. So I would have to guess that it had to be people with power. Because I was shot, not once, but twice, not three, but 3 times in my neighborhood in 2020. Not in the span of 90 days or 30 or, no, in the span of less than under a month. They attempted to murder me in my neighborhood, and people don't bother me in my neighborhood. I got a real issue. But this lady Maria Haddon figures she's a gangster girl, I believe. She's a gangster girl, gotta be one. But y'all won't investigate. I stood in ethics and told y'all to investigate this woman. And murder after murder after murder after murder of black individuals. Young black women, young black children, 5-year-old. Y'all forgot Devin McGregor already? A 5-year-old, dead. And it continues to happen. So I guess y'all just write it off because this them niggas, huh? I wanna know.
Yes.